Once upon a time, in a bustling village nestled in a picturesque valley, lived a wise old man named Sohan. Sohan was known for his profound wisdom and keen insight into life. People from far and wide would come to him seeking advice on various matters. Despite his popularity, Sohan led a simple and quiet life. One day, a young man named Arjun visited Sohan. Arjun was ambitious, but often found himself struggling to manage his time. Frustrated and overwhelmed, he sought Sohan's guidance. "Master Sohan," Arjun began, "I have big dreams and goals, but I always seem to run out of time. No matter how hard I try, there are never enough hours in the day. What should I do?" Sohan listened carefully, then smiled and asked Arjun to accompany him to a nearby river. They walked together in silence until they reached the riverbank. Sohan picked up a large jar and handed it to Arjun. "Fill this jar with rocks from the riverbed," Sohan instructed. Arjun did as he was told, filling the jar with rocks until no more could fit. "Is the jar full?" Sohan asked. "Yes," Arjun replied. Sohan then handed Arjun a bucket of pebbles. "Now, add these pebbles to the jar." Arjun poured the pebbles into the jar, shaking it gently. The pebbles filled the spaces between the rocks. Again, Sohan asked, "Is the jar full?" Arjun nodded. "Yes, now it is full." Sohan smiled and produced a bag of sand. "Now, add this sand to the jar." Arjun poured the sand into the jar. The fine grains filled the tiny gaps between the rocks and pebbles. Sohan asked once more, "Is the jar full now?" "Yes, it's definitely full," Arjun replied confidently. Sohan then took a pitcher of water and began pouring it into the jar. The water seeped into the spaces between the sand, pebbles, and rocks until the jar overflowed. "What does this demonstrate?" Sohan asked. Arjun thought for a moment and replied, "No matter how full your schedule may seem, you can always fit more into it." Sohan shook his head gently. "No, Arjun. The lesson here is not about cramming more into your life. It's about prioritizing what truly matters. The rocks represent your most important goals and values, your health, family, and personal dreams. The pebbles are the lesser priorities, like your job and other responsibilities. The sand and water represent the trivial matters that often consume our time. If you fill your jar with sand and water first," Sohan continued, "there will be no room for the rocks and pebbles. Similarly, if you spend all your time on insignificant tasks, you'll never have room for the things that are truly important. Prioritize your rocks, and the rest will find its place." Arjun nodded, understanding the profound wisdom in Sohan's demonstration. From that day on, he focused on his most important goals first, ensuring they were given the time and attention they deserved. Gradually, he found balance and fulfillment in his life. And so Arjun's life transformed, not because he found more hours in the day, but because he learned to manage his time wisely, prioritizing what truly mattered. The village prospered with his newfound wisdom, and Sohan's timeless lesson echoed through the generations, reminding everyone that in the story of life, it's the rocks that matter most.